Hi, everyone. I'm having technical difficulties, so I apologize. But I guess I'll just get started. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bravo and Blaze. I'm Jenny Blaze, and this is your weekly dose of Bravo chaos, pop culture hot takes, and just a little unhinged energy. I finally got COVID for the first time ever, and I thought it went away. Like, I even did a bonus episode of Bravo and Blaze this week. But last night, I think it may have come back and I'm feeling a little bit queasy. So if I suddenly get up and walk away, it's because I'm throwing up. Anyways, before we get rolling, quick housekeeping. Press subscribe on YouTube at Jenny Blaze. Click the like button. Send this to your Bravo besties. And if you make my day, leave a 5-star review for the podcast. It's free and it's easy. Reminder, this is entertainment only. These are my opinions based on public information. We are here to laugh, rant, and vibe together. Be cool. Don't be all like uncool. Oh, God, what else? Why am I so nauseous all of a sudden? We're live, so it doesn't matter if I'm nauseous. So don't be shy. We have a chat here. Drop your takes, your theories, your unfiltered Bravo rage. I'll be pulling comments throughout the stream. Also, I mentioned this already when I was talking about being nauseated. I don't know what the proper way of using that word is right now. I think I'm slipping back into a COVID funk. But I wanted to note that I had my recording bonus episode with Moni from Mixing with Moni on Instagram. Her podcast is The Mix with Moni. And we talked about her creator journey, where the lines blur in Bravo as a creator, as a podcaster, as a TikToker. I don't know. There's so many of us. We do so many different things. But we talk about that and some spicy behind the scenes tea. Cue it up to listen after this stream. Find it on the Bravo and Blaze podcast feed and YouTube. Oh my God, I can feel the life kind of getting drained out of me already. And it's not because of this live stream, it's because of COVID, I think. Ugh. Or maybe it's in my head. Could be. I don't know. Anyways, today we're diving into this week's Bravo TV lineup, checking in on Real Housewives of London on Hayu, and some Project Runway, which is on Hulu. Before we do that, I want to talk about Fandom Beach. So this is, if you're new here, this is a satirical fiction series about a mom who starts a podcast and accidentally gets swept into the tornado that is the drama TV fandom. Drama TV is a fictional network that may feel familiar. All the True Wives franchises across many cities, plus shows like Montauk Manor, where hot people party in a beach house all summer. That's in this drama TV world. We follow Juno Monroe as she learns this fandom is not for the faint of heart. She's dodging PR people, getting trolled by anonymous accounts, clocking shady creators, and yes, getting catfish by a true wife. It's funny and messy. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water because I feel like my mouth is more dry than usual. I'm blaming it on COVID. Oh my God. What is happening to me? Episodes 1 and 2 of Fandom Bitch dropped 2 weeks ago and are streaming on the Bravo and Blaze audio podcast on YouTube and on Patreon. Episode 3 and beyond are Patreon only at patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. If If you want the tea, the drama, and the chaos, that's the place to binge. I'll quickly read the episode 5 description. That is the episode that dropped at midnight last night. In this episode, we delve into Juno's chaotic world, beginning with a controlling PR call about her upcoming interview with TV personality Camille Laurent. Her struggle for authenticity in a superficial industry highlights systemic issues of female suppression in corporate spaces. Juno juxtaposes. Why can't I read? Juxtaposes this with her stagnant personal life, fighting for a well-deserved birthday trip. Despite the anticipation of paradise, trolls mar her experience during a joyful live stream, shining a spotlight on the dark side of social media. Ultimately, Juno learns to prioritize her own joy over external validation. It's only based on a true story. Any resemblance to real people is a coincidence and deeply unfortunate. Moving on. Oh, before I go to this next thing, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to one of my fellow 420 divorcees, which saying it like that sounds like very chic. But Shannon from Leaf Case sent me a few goodies, and I want to say thank you so much. There's a rolling tray, and look how cool these tin cases are that have lighters in them. Not high, medicated. Love it. Thank you so much. I also want to announce that I am heading to, we're in the fall season. School started. School is actually what gave me COVID, I think, because the only place I went to was my kids' schools. Anyways, hopefully I will recover soon. I'm heading to the Field of Horrors for their sneak peek opening weekend in Troy, New York. That is the weekend of September 27th. I have 4 extra tickets to give away. If you are in the area, or maybe you're like in the city and you want to drive up on the weekend, actually, that would be a great time to drive up from the city or even somewhere in the New England area, because that's when our leaves are starting to change, or they should be by then. But I have 4 tickets. So if you want one, then go leave a 5-star review for Bravo and Blaze, the podcast. Screenshot it and email it to bravoandblaze@gmail.com. And first come, first serve, we'll get tickets. And maybe we'll run into each other. I'm scared I'm going to pee my pants. I hope it's not that scary. I'm all for scary stuff, but I don't want anyone jumping out at me, which I guess they don't do until their last weekend. So at least I hope not. Okay, what else? Let's get into Bravo. I don't know if I have that much to talk about, honestly, but let's start with Below Deck, season 12, episode 15, All the Single Ladies. Chef Anthony stresses over another 8-course meal with an array of dietary restrictions. Barbara and Jess discuss their future off the yacht. Hugo is under fire for shirking his duties. And Damo and Kyle get cheeky with the guests. I only remember watching Chef Anthony's food, and I thought his stress was unnecessary. I mean, I can't really relate to. Well, I'm sure it's very stressful, but he did an amazing job. At least that's what it looked like. And when I watch Below Deck, if the storylines aren't that great, I get into the food part of it. But yeah, I thought it was good. Anything else happen on Below Deck this week? Should I be checking my tweets? I don't even remember. This week has been like very dull in the Bravo world, I would say. Let's see, I tweeted about London. Did I tweet about, yeah, I guess I did. Oh yeah, Damo picked Solane over Rainbow, and I was very disappointed. Kyle is horny and disgusting. I'm so grossed out by him. Also, at one point, I'm pretty sure Damo said he was in a relationship with a 21-year-old woman when he was only 16, and I thought that was fucking nuts. Like, what did you just say? Oh my God. And then my conclusion of the night was I missed the Galena show. I hope that they're filming right now. I need the McBee dynasty to come back. I am yearning for it. Okay, anything else? I feel like this week is pretty boring in the Bravo world. Max is here. Hey, yes, this Bravo week sucks. No Galena. I know. But Galena has been busy. Galena has been seen on social media hanging out with Alexis Bellino. Is she Alexis Bellino's maid of honor or something? Because it looks like it. Jesus Jugs MOH. I don't care. Get a camera. I also like Monty said this yesterday about Teddy Mellencamp. She was like, I can think that Teddy is a beautiful person and I wish her well, but I also at the same time can also not want her as a housewife. And I agree. I don't know why that's an issue, but I feel kind of similar with Jesus Jugs. Like, do I love her as a person? No, not really. But I wouldn't mind seeing her on the screen again because she's nuts, wild. And at this point with OC, the worst show ever, I feel like having Jugs on would have been a better decision than bringing Gretchen, bringing up this old drama. Ugh, I'm just irritated by that show. Okay, let's move on. Hello, Alex. F you, Alex. He knows. All right, let's talk about London. Actually, Real Housewives of London is my favorite housewife show right now, currently airing. And it's not even on Bravo. It's on Hayu. I have to VPN to the Docklands. I don't even know if that's how you say it. But I am so glad that I decided to go down that route because without London, I think we would be suffering. Maybe I should be on a break right now. Maybe I should have took this week off. My head hurts. Let's see. Real Housewives of London, season 1, episode 4, 50 Shades of Red. I find red to be vulgar, said Panthea. What a bitch. As her employee is wearing red. She is such a bitch. But I think that's why I like this show because she's so irritating already. It's only episode 4. I hope that I wind up loving Panthea at some point. Like, there's a point, I think, where Housewives for me become entertaining. This is kind of like the Lisa Barlow effect and Meredith Marks effect, for me at least. In the beginning, I'm like, God, these women are unbearable. But then as I got to know them a little bit more and like hear their softer sides, I actually turned and like the things that were so absurd that used to irritate me have now become like endearing to me. I don't know what that phenomenon is called, but I love it because another example would be Whitney from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like, I love her now. I could not stand her before, but now she's like killing it. I love watching her Dancing with the Stars TikToks and stuff like that. Anyways, okay, 50 Shades of Red. I didn't even get to the episode description. At a dramatic dinner party in the Cotswolds, the gloves and filters come off. Okay, let me see. What did I write about this? Or tweet? If I'm tweeting, you know it's good. To me, in my opinion. Or if I'm tweeting and it could be bad. Hold on, let me see where I did. Okay. Oh my gosh, Panthea got so mad that I think it was Karen. Karen called her a narcissist, and she's like, no one's ever called me a narcissist. She was so offended. And I was like, yeah, right. I don't believe that for a second. There is no way that nobody has ever called her or not called her a narcissist. Oh, I see somebody else is here from. Wait, where are you, Amanda Caroline Stan? Are you in London? 3:14 a.m. over there? I don't know. That's cool. I love how after the Sprinter van, because don't forget the last episode, we had the episode ended on a cliffhanger where Karen and Panthea were like yelling at each other in the Sprinter van outside of the Cotswolds estate, this beautiful home where Sir Henry, who used to work for the Royals, is waiting for them to greet them, while Nessie, the concert pianist, on top of being a baker, and what else did she do? Was she on Wall Street or something? I don't know. The woman is exhausting. But on top of everything she already does, she also is a concert pianist and is playing a classical music number, probably Mozart. I wasn't sure. I didn't really clock that. I was too distracted by Sir Henry pointing out that she's quite the concert pianist. Oh my gosh, I love this show. I really love it. There's everything feels old school to me. I took a screenshot of Panthea and Karen going at it, and they were this close to each other's faces, which is intense already, right? But it was such a weird moment because she's like, Panthea's like, what lenses? What lenses do you have in your eye? Or no, she just assumed Karen had contact lenses, and she's like, I like your lenses. And Karen was so offended by this. She's like, what lenses are you talking about? And Panthea's like, your lenses, like, as in, don't try to play me. I know you have lenses. And Karen was not having it. She's like, what? I can't have pretty eyes. And that's the kind of petty argument that I want to see in Housewives of this stature. Stature? Yeah, stature. Because it's so silly, and they're obviously well above this level of pettiness, but every now and then it's refreshing to see this kind of petty argument. I like it more than what's going on in OC, that's for sure. But I don't know. I watched Miami, but I didn't really get into it last night. I was more into only murders in the building. I didn't realize that season 5, is that what season we're on? Season 5 started. Also, I forget that Dorinda Menley used to live in London with Richard. And so, like, when they show the scenery in the Cotswold area, I don't know if it has an S, if it's plural or not, but wherever that place is, it reminded me of Bluestone Manor, and I just could not stop thinking like, oh my God, Dorinda would love it here. Duh. She used to live in London. I wonder if she had a place like that out there. And I I believe Dorinda makes a cameo in this season of Real Housewives of London, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, why are my comments in the chat going backwards for me? Amanda Caroline Stan said, Karen is so boring for the show. Oh, so note about Karen. I didn't realize that Karen was a housewife on a different international show. I believe the Real Housewives of Jersey or something. I don't know what that is. I was confused. But if that's true, that kind of makes sense now because Karen is funny to me. She's like, oh my God, Amanda Caroline Stan said it's Karen's third show. The woman has to create something to stay on. See, and that gives us new viewers, I think, more context around who Karen is. Cause I'm like, oh my God, she's getting heated. But now knowing that she has been on shows before, it makes more sense to me. What else? What else about them? Oh, and then this is the part where Karen kind of lost me. And this is where I think maybe Karen's experience on reality TV may have taken its toll, and maybe she has evolved out of this because she puts this like cryptic Instagram story up where it says, how to catch a fish, give them bait. Sometimes you got to be brutal to see the real ones. It might feel like betrayal, but it's not. Trust the process. Play the fool to catch the wannabe wise. I don't even know what this means. Pretending to be real, and why is real in capital or just the R in real. I guess she posted this like an hour after they were all hanging out and having a good time. They showed some clips of it on the show, and I don't get it either. Everyone's confused. They're like, what? We had a good time. Is that about us? Like, what is going on? And this is when I'm not into this level of evolution of a housewife. It's giving Tamra Judge. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I think it's just like a natural thing that happens with any human. Like if you're in that environment for so long, you start to understand like what the triggers are to get people riled up. And like I feel like it's okay if you are aware of those things, but it's a different thing when you start using them and manipulating them to your own advantage and for your own agenda. Right? I feel like I have brain fog from COVID. Am I excited for Juliet Angus to join on next week's episode? Juliet Angus is the Ladies of London OG. I'll be honest, I never really liked her on Ladies of London. I thought she was annoying, but but I am looking forward to her coming to Real Housewives of London because for one, I love seeing an American in the mix, like out of their element. It's just funny to me. But Julia has lived in London now, I think, longer than she ever lived in the US. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see how she's acclimated over the years because on Ladies of London, she was like very rough around the edges. Kind of embarrassing to bring out in public, I would say sometimes, but I don't know if she's evolved at all just from seeing her social media over the years. It seems like at least her pictures look very sophisticated and refined, like she's grown, but who knows if that's a reflection on her actual personality. So we will see. I am looking forward to seeing her, and I hope that I like her, even though I didn't really like her before. What else? I just love this franchise. I'm not even getting that deep into all of the characters yet. I don't have like anyone that I'm feeling a strong connection to or anything other than Panthea being irritating, but I just feel like the way it's getting set up, it's starting with a good core foundation, and I like the women that they chose. Like Nessie, oh my god, like God bless her. I am exhausted looking at her, just knowing all the stuff she does, and then like her showing this Cotswolds estate that's gorgeous, beautiful, and thinking about how much work, not actual labor, like physical labor, but like the mental load she must carry for her entire family, because she has a ton of kids too and they're young, and like she has to manage that whole life, and then also on top of it she's just like always looking perfect, and then like has time to play a whole concert piano piece, number, whatever you want to call it, for her friends, with Sir Henry greeting her guests. And don't forget, she arranged for them to arrive on heli. That's helicopter in rich people talk. I just love that. I need this kind of opulence. And that's what I miss about Dubai. I felt like we got that with Dubai, but I guess people didn't like the storylines or whatever. I don't know. I miss Chanel IN. I do. And Caroline Stanbury. I didn't really like Caroline Stanbury during Ladies of London, because I felt like she was a mean girl, and she just like, she just annoyed me. Like she was, because I could only imagine myself going to London as an American and having to be around someone like her. And I guarantee she would have made me feel like a garbage person every time I saw her. But now, after watching her on Dubai and her with Sergio, I love her and Sergio. I think they are the most adorable couple ever. And so I don't know why that's like, it's bizarre in a way, but I love them. I don't know. Am I wrong for loving them? Wait, by the way, I am disassociating any like political ties or anything like that. I'm speaking purely just entertainment purposes, because I do not agree with these people's political views and things like that. I just want to be clear about that. Also, there's after shows for the Real Housewives of London on Hayu as well. I didn't really get that much from the last episode or last after show, but I don't know. I still love this franchise. What else? Let's move on to the next. I'm starting to get hot, and I don't know if that's like because I'm live and talking, or if it's the illness. Okay, let me get it together. Ugh, this show. I skipped it. I skipped watching it when it was first airing for everyone, which is, to me, that's a big diss. Because I always want to watch when the shows are first airing, because I like to live tweet and I like to see people's first reactions. I like to have my own first reaction that's not influenced by anyone. So I like to get it out there before I can even see anything going on social media. And then I like to see, after I get my thoughts out, I like to go through and see what everyone else thought. But I don't even care with OC. I hate this show. I think it sucks. I did wind up watching it this morning, and I just really wasn't even paying attention that much. I thought, like, it started playing again. You know how Bravo plays the shows over and over again? After I watched it, I thought Heather Dubrow took whoever she was with. I thought she took them on a trip somewhere, but turns out she was just having a sleepover in her penthouse. I kind of love that part about Heather. At least she gives us that. Like, I'm here for that. Anyway, season 19, episode 10, Wine or Champagne. The ladies embark on dueling trips as Tamara invites Shannon, Jen, and Gina to Temecula in an effort to rebuild her friendship with Shannon. Heather takes the opportunity to host an adult sleepover in Beverly Hills with Emily and Gretchen. Heather, fancy pants. I wish fancy pants had better friends. Emily and Gretchen don't deserve this adult sleepover. Although it is kind of funny when you think about it. It's like Heather is throwing this sleepover, which is normally something that children do, right? And she's hosting this adult sleepover for Emily and Gretchen. Is this like a passive aggressive dig in a way? I don't know. I'm here for it. They had like some smoked, I don't know, they were eating some fancy food and I was loving that part, but the rest of it, I wasn't really paying attention. Max said, fancy pants in her acting, comedian skills. Oh yeah, I did hear her say she's taking acting classes and wants to do stand up maybe. I don't know about that. Wow. I actually am curious what makes someone decide to do stand up specifically, because that's like a very specific art form, I would say. Well, and she has a podcast. What's the difference between her doing a stand up comedy show and her having a podcast? Confused about that, but maybe she just wants to make more people laugh. I don't know. I'm always here for that. So good for her. I'm glad she's taking classes. What else? We hate that show. Boring. It's tacky and I hate it. Okay, let's talk about Real Housewives of Miami, season 7, episode 15, Birthday Blues Cruise. The ladies search for resolution on the last leg of the cruise, and Gertie seeks out solo therapy. A surprising source informs Stephanie that Marisol has unresolved issues with her. Adriana is forced to celebrate her birthday against her will. Adriana is so funny because she's so dramatic, and I love that in a housewife. I love when they're dramatic over silly things like a birthday. That is pretty silly, but I think it's funny. She is kind of bumming me out, though. I've never really felt sad about getting older until Adriana started like just moping around over it. But she looks great. I don't know why she's so upset. I wasn't really paying attention. This week was boring. Maybe I should have took the day off. I didn't know I was going to feel like this. The way I feel right now. Anything on Miami? I did see something. Oh, Alexia was on Watch What Happens Live, and I guess people want, or no, Tom Schwartz, Wussy Pussy, of course, said he has a crush on Alexia. Of course he has a crush on Alexia. What straight man wouldn't have a crush on Alexia? And my problem with that is Schwartz is the type of wussy pussy who may be attracted to women. I mean, who wouldn't be attracted to Alexia? The problem is he can never love or be in love with a woman. He will always love men. I mean, we should believe him when he showed us with Tom Sandoval. He chose men over his wife all the time. Max said Alexia will scare Schwartz. He would not be able to keep up. He would go broke after date number 1. It would be embarrassing. She goes, "Oh, I didn't know that, and now it's kind of weird, but..." All right, what else about Miami? Max said, "Did you know Boss Baby has a high-paying job?" Whatever. I hear lots of not good things about Boss Baby. I do love that Marisol called her out. She said, "It's tacky." It is tacky. The way Stephanie moves with her money, it's tacky. It's gross. It's not. Don't love that. What else? Anything else? Let's move on to Project Runway. I just watched this. Project Runway, Season 21, Episode 8, Threads of Confidence. Working with real people as their clients, the designers must create looks for a night on the town that include a jaw-dropping reveal. So the real clients that they have all have eczema. And so part of the challenge is they need to make these real people happy. And that means the clothing has to be comfortable for their skin and, not irritate their skin in any way. I'm getting hot, so I'm taking off my shirt. Not all of my shirt, just out of the hair. So I thought it was funny. One of the twins was basically flirting with his client and they were kind of having a date. Love that. But things don't go well and I won't spoil it all, but there's a double elimination. Dun, dun, dun. Also, I haven't caught up on the after shows, but they have after shows for Project Runway. And also, I need to point out that this show is on Hulu. It is not on Bravo, even though it originated on Bravo. It's an OG Bravo show before Housewives, I think. I'm pretty sure. But what else? What else? Oh my gosh. I feel like I have to cut today's episode short because my head is killing me and I am starting to get warm. But, one other thing. Salt Lake City released, they had a watch party. So some people have already seen the premiere episode. The feedback that I saw on Twitter was that it looks amazing. I'm excited for it. They dropped some sneak peeks, which I posted on social media, and they go camping. I guess Angie and Mary were supposed to do the first group trip. Mary's like, I did not sign up for this. Like, do not put my name on this, because Angie said that her and Sean got an RV like 3 years ago. So Angie decided to take the girls on an RV trip for their first group outing. And I hate it. Like, I don't want to watch. Like, I love Salt Lake City, but I hate the idea of going on an RV trip or any kind of camping trip. And also, if you go back to when they were filming, I believe this was still the time that Lisa Barlow was not confirmed for season 6. And so she wasn't filming with the rest of the women. And I think it was over like contract issues or something. I don't know for sure. I can't remember. And oh my God, I'm getting pain in my hand right now. Is that from COVID? What is happening to me? I thought I was fine yesterday. Anyways, yeah, so I wonder if Lisa is in the first episode. But then also they go on that charter trip. They do the crossover with Below Deck Down Under. So we're going to see that, or we should see that in the first couple episodes. Oh my God, why am I getting sharp pains in my hand by my thumb? That is so weird. I need a doctor. Okay. Anyways, Bravo, the reality TV world has not been that great this week. And I feel like it's the calm before the storm because Salt Lake City is starting on Tuesday. I also saw, oh my God, why am I getting pain right here? Did someone make a voodoo doll of me and is poking me with a pin on my hand? Because oh my God, right here. Anyways, I saw something about, and I'm not like that into astrology, but the way the planets are aligned right now for the next 6 months, abusers and manipulators are going to be exposed. Is that a coincidence that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 6 is going to be airing during that time frame? I hope they don't let us down. But since reality TV life is kind of boring right now, that means it's a perfect time for you all to go catch up on Fandom Bitch. I mentioned this earlier. Episode 5 dropped at midnight last night, and it's a doozy. Don't forget, episodes 1 and 2 are available on Bravo and Blaze, the audio podcast on YouTube and on Patreon. Episodes 3 and beyond are Patreon exclusive at patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. If you want to follow Juno Monroe through the absolute circus that is the drama TV fandom, that's where to binge. Also, don't miss this week's episode or bonus episode with Moni from Mixing with Moni. We get into her creator journey where the lines blur in Bravo and plenty of behind the scenes tea. Make sure you're subscribed at Jenny Blaze on YouTube. Tap the like button, drop a comment, and share with your Bravo besties. Follow at Bravo and Blaze everywhere. And leave a 5-star review for the podcast. It helps more people to find our show. Also, if you want to join me at Field of Horrors for their sneak peek opening weekend in Troy, New York on Saturday, September 27th, leave a 5-star podcast review, screenshot it, email it to bravoandblaze@gmail.com, and we'll get you some tickets to go and get scared yourself in person. Okay. Oh no, not paid by anyone just got here. I'm sorry, I'm ending a little early because I'm not feeling that great and I'm getting a sharp pain in my hand right here, like somebody has a voodoo doll of me and is poking me. I know who it is. Brown Wind. Just kidding. She probably would though. But until next time, stay lit, everyone, and keep blazing. Mwah.